all fat. Yeah, they are fat, aren't they? They're really obese. I think.
What the fuck?
Hi, I'm Portia, and I'm an American, and I'm going to be reacting to stereotypes that British people have about Americans.
Here we go.
Before we even get started, if you would like to support an adorable black girl with Afro puffs, then like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. It would really mean a lot to me. I wanted to address the fact that I'm using the term American as a shorthand for United Statesians, you know, somebody who's from the United States of America. There's a North, South, and Central America. For the sake of brevity, as well as the algorithm, I'm American, and you understand that that means from the United States of
America.
I'm real interested to hear what our British loves have to say, because, you know, they really love to hate on us.
You just have to say that you're fine.
Bitter, I think, about that whole war thing.
Actually, everybody hates you.
Get over it. You know what I mean? No, I do. I love my British folks. I do. I have a few British friends.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
It's more of a theoretical, like a sibling rivalry kind of thing. It's like me, I'm from Baltimore, and I have a rivalry with DC. It's because it sucks, you know what I mean? But
Oh, no. No.
it's, you know, it's more like a playful thing. It's cute. And I think that's what it is, like, with our British compatriots.
Or is it?
Ever since I was a child, I always found that part of perception to be really fascinating. I find it fascinating too because I'm a writer.
Barely.
A lot of my worlds are supernatural fiction, borderline fantasy. So I'm always looking at culture, identity, and preconceived notions. You can look at that and model that off of the real world. I don't care! So, okay. Let's get into it.
So let's go find out some stereotypes.
Also, I love this girl's channel. Also, I love stereotypes.
What?
As a black person, that sounds bad. Let me. I always find it really interesting to find out about stereotypes or preconceived notions that people have about people in general. Growing up, I had resting bitch face, this aura of like, I will murder you in your sleep. But then when people actually met me, they realized that it was true. No, but when they met me, they realized that I was this bubbly, warm, outgoing person.
Lies!
They don't get our humour.
They don't get our humor?
Large portions.
Yeah.
American people don't get British humor. I mean, I think it depends on the American, and I think it depends on the humor because not everybody is funny.
You are a mean girl. You're a bitch.
What they are referring to is British people are known for, and it's not even really British people, it's the English.
All I know is my side of the story.
English humor is very dry and very sarcastic, generally speaking. American humor is a little more direct, it's a little more obvious, a little more in your face, maybe even slapstick. Oh. A lot of Americans, they might not even realize that an English person isn't making a joke at all. I mean, I think that that's true of perhaps white Americans.
I have no words.
Now, don't get upset. You'll find that Americans that maybe have like a different cultural background, that they have their own kinds of humor. In the black community, we have the stereotype of being sassy. It is a lot of sass. I mean, we getting that ass. And what I mean by that is we're making fun of you.
Today, Junior?
I feel like I've never had the issue of like picking up on the fact that somebody is being super dry, sarcastic, unless they're not really making a joke and they're like using their sarcasm to actually cut you. That's the only time where you would really be like, I don't know about this bitch, you know? Big portion sizes, yeah, you're right.
That they're all fat. Yeah, they are fat, aren't they? They're really obese. I think because of the food.
Oh, no, they're not, but that's just like a stereotype. What stereotype?
Are all Americans fat? Yeah.
What?
No, the truth of the matter is, yeah, we do have some big people, but so does the UK. Like, they're climbing up there, you know. I saw that show. Obviously, they're saying that, like, there are a lot of overweight people in America. I don't think that they're saying every American is fat.
I said what I said.
I hope that's not a belief. What I find really interesting about that stereotype, I was thinking about it, is it's interesting that that's the stereotype, because if you consider that most people find out about Americans not by meeting an American, but by watching our media comes from Hollywood. Most Hollywood actors, including myself, because I am an actress in Hollywood,
Barely.
are average to underweight, honestly. I find it really interesting that the stereotype then becomes that all Americans are fat, even though the main media that you're consuming is of our like skinniest, fittest people. Okay, it don't make a lick of sense to me. So then where are you getting this idea from? It must be the internet. For a long time, there weren't very many large people that we were even showing on TV. So then it's like, where are you getting this image from? It has to be the internet.
They're all awesome.
That's
it, yeah.
You better stop. He's cute.
British people have about American people.
They're really loud.
And do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
Very loud. And in your face.
In your face.
Yeah. A little bit stupid.
Oh! Yeah, no, she didn't. Well, okay. Let's first address that we're loud. I find that really interesting because I have a unique experience as somebody who is both Black and American. A lot of the stereotypes that people have about Americans is really the stereotypes white Americans have about Black Americans. That Black Americans are stereotypically loud and in your face and a little bit stupid. But then you have these British people here who are saying that the stereotype about just Americans in general, and I know they mean white Americans.
Stop that right now!
Is that they are loud and in your face and a little bit stupid. It's ironic, I think. And is irony the word? I don't know, because I'm a little bit stupid. It all depends on who you are and how you're raised, if you consider somebody to be loud or not. And it's all like relatively speaking. If you're seen as a quiet culture and then you come across somebody who's more quiet than you, like maybe the Scandinavians, for instance.
Ooh, and been saying that.
Then the Scandinavians are gonna look at you as if you're loud. And I find it funny because once again, the English keep qualifying themselves as all of Britain. The English are known for being so reserved and so quiet. Their upstairs neighbors are loud as shit. I don't know anything about Wales. They're hella quiet over there, I guess, because we don't know what's going on with them. But we're gonna forget that like Scotland and Northern Ireland and Wales is a part of Britain. Okay. And then being a little bit stupid. You know what? I'm gonna let her plead her case.
Really?
Donald Trump is in power, guys,
I mean,
and
yeah,
those people voted that man in.
I think they have quite rash decisions. They don't really think about it as much as we do.
I just think that they're quite divided, aren't they? Like the left is really left and the right is really right, and
Yeah.
like there's no real logic or like a thinking person's middle ground. Oh, that sounds horrible too.
That's the thing. I think we apologise for everything we say as well.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fair.
Great tea.
Great tea.
There you go.
Maybe I could pass this as
I think it's interesting that they qualify politics as intelligence. What does your politics have anything to do with intelligence? But then also, what even is intelligence? Because I've seen a lot of things on here where it's like, are Americans smarter, dumber, blah, blah, blah. There are all kinds of intelligence. Book smart, there's street smart, creativity, there's innovation, there's thinking on your feet. There are all kinds of ways that a person can be intelligent other than just memorizing facts. I think it's interesting that they go to politics, especially because in the United States, politics, we don't even go there.
No.
Unless you're a college intellectual and you just go there. That is a place that you go, even though we don't want you to go there. Obviously, that's coming from a place of privilege. We have the privilege of not having to care about really what's going on in politics because we live in a free society. So for the most part, our rights aren't really being infringed upon. We have the privilege to ignore it if you want. But does that say anything about our intelligence? Not necessarily.
But I like them and they like us. As soon as they hear you speak, they just want to, join in with you because they like our accent.
I think that they're like chatty British people.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Generally speaking, Americans do love the English accent. I think they like the Scottish and the Irish one too. They just don't realize that it's also British. They are a little bit stupid. And you know, I find that kind of unfair because Americans really do. We really do love an English accent. But do they like the American accent? It's not fair. And what even is the American accent? Because I live in Los Angeles, which is on the West Coast, and there's already stereotypes about how people in Los Angeles and California talk.
Well, you were thinking it.
No, you said it.
I have heard some people speak this way, but I mean, like, I can count it on my hand. But I am originally born and raised in Baltimore.
Calm down.
Which is on the East Coast, so it's like 3,000 miles away. I guess that's kind of like 5,000 kilometers almost. I don't know anything about the conversion, I'm so sorry. Maybe because I'm a little bit stupid, you know?
Get some help.
People in Baltimore have a very distinct accent too. Dude, like, what you trying to do too for you? I don't have that accent either. The only thing that I say like a person from Baltimore is the word Baltimore and then maybe some other things. It's very hard for people to figure out where I'm from, and I've always spoken differently from not only the people who live in Baltimore, but my own family. My mom and my grandma, they have very different accents from me and from each other, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't care! But yeah, it's not fair. We love you and you don't love us. You see what I'm saying? Don't care! But I have had people who say that they like my accent in particular. Who said that? But I'm sure that it's not because it is an American accent. I don't think that anybody's coming up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your accent because it's so American. That's not happening. I just want somebody who's sitting up here and they're like, oh my God, just keep talking. I love the way that you talk. It's fine. It's fine.
You need to calm down.
But I think that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do an accent video reaction because that, maybe even more than like the stereotypes, is the accent thing. And I found that my accent and the way that I talk is influenced by who I'm in front of. If I found myself watching Gossip Girl, I'm talking about like Blair Waldorf.
Not everyone wants to be Blair Waldorf.
Not everyone can be.
And I can't even help myself. It's a weird amorphic thing that I find fascinating. What do we think of that? What do we think of some of these stereotypes?
I don't like it.
Americans, is it true? Is it not true that I hit on the points, that I missed some things? Brits, how you feeling now? You know, that some things have been debunked and some things have been proven true.
Goodbye.
Give me some suggestions. Are there videos that you want me to react to or stereotypes that you want me to address? Have you been to the United States? Have you been to other countries and how have you been perceived? I've been to quite a few countries.
Oh my God!
The way that I've been perceived as an American, as a Black person, has been sometimes beautiful, sometimes scary, sometimes troublesome. And I can share those stories.
We're not finished yet!
If you liked, then you might as well do the motion and hit like, and then subscribe, and then hit the bell so that you're notified when I post more stuff. Follow me on Instagram at Portia G Does Style. I'm also on the TikTok. Y'all, I'm on the TikTok. I don't know what I'm doing on the TikTok. I had a lot of fun. This is fun. Y'all are wild. Y'all have wild things that you think. Other than that, I see y'all later. Bye.